First of all, I want to say a prayer. God, today help me set aside everything I think I know about you, everything I think I know about myself, everything I think I know about others, and everything I think I know about my own recovery, so that I may have new experience with all these things. Please help me see my truth. Um, so yeah, I'm going to just start with I am a bit nervous, but we'll get past that. Um, so I came to OA, came into the room last June, and um, basically from then my life has done a whole 360, and now um, I am 100%. I know I am 100% real, 100% myself, and feeling all the feelings from being OA and having my higher power and recognizing that I have my higher power with me 24/7. Once I work the program with my loving sponsor as a witness to guide me through the program and the steps. So I'll go back a bit to kind of my life, the past, basically when I was in school. Um, yeah, it wasn't a nice time. I had hearing problem. I could only hear in one ear. So that kind of, I suppose, started off the bullying because I was different. You know, if you're different, you're noticed. Then further on from that, when I got older, teenage years and whatever, and got bigger, and yeah, there was something else to slag, something else to tease, something else to bully over, and like, no matter back then, no matter what you said or so and so said whatever, then it was like, oh, but they're only messing, they're only slagging, they're only teasing. That doesn't make a difference. That hurts. So all along, food. Food was my everything. The only time I felt what I thought was happy and content was when I was in the food. As we now know, is a disease. And that was helping me. The disease was saving me from other things. Back then is the way I say it. Now, then from there, put on the weight, lost the weight, put on the weight, lost the weight, was never truly happy. Always looked happy, always had a smile on my face 24/7. And no matter what anybody asked, if anybody asked me, how are you? How are you? Grand. Typical Irish saying, grand. Grand was for everything, no matter what. Inside out was a totally different story. So further on, come up to about 10, 15 years ago, I had a very hard enough year when my parents passed away in the same year. So that was like, yeah, that was very difficult. As you can imagine, a lot more food. That was when I became really unwell with my mental health. for the first time. And that was where I suppose learning started for me, as in there is something wrong, I need help. So that's when I went for mental health recovery. So that's now what I work with. Um, and now, excuse me, because I did write out some things last night, but not even going there, higher power. So, basically, the way, where am I now? Let me see. Yeah, okay. So I've worked over the last number of years on my mental health, and I've gone to college, done whatever. So yeah, I know how to work my mental health. I'm in recovery. Thank, thankful, grateful that I have such support networks that I know of, right? So move on from that then. Last year, my doctor suggested about um the Saxenda, which is the GLP-1, the weight loss injection. And I had heard about it like 2 years ago, whatever, and I was desperate. There was nothing else that was going to work. There was, well, no, there was nothing that was working. So kind of like, when you're desperate, you'll try anything. Obviously went through a few things with the doctor, side effects, the whole lot. So we went through um, the whole kind of plan. So from there, right, okay, so as I said, desperate, morbidly obese, couldn't move, couldn't walk, couldn't breathe, couldn't go up the stairs. I basically couldn't live, bar talking and breathing as much as I needed, but no matter what, I always managed to get into the food. My disease always had a hold on me, no matter what. So the injection, yeah, started the injections, whatever, felt a bit kind of, little bit nausea, shall I say, at the start and discovering what way my food was and stuff. And then come the end of the first month, and it was like, I need to go to the shop and I need to get my food and I need to get a binge and I just wanted everything. So did that, 2 days, then it was back to kind of like, oh, the injection's now working again. Well, that's what I felt. And same thing then the end of that month as well. And I was like, what's the story here? It's working, then it's not working, it's working, it's not working. So then I was talking with a doctor, nurse, whatever, and we discovered about like hormones, whatever. So it was kind of like, oh, what now? What am I going to do? At the same time, I was going for counselling and stuff, and we had spoken about my weight and stuff. And then the counsellor had mentioned eventually, because she was trying her best to help me out and see what was there. So she's seen about OA because I'd said all along, I need something. I went to the pain ways, the whole lot, the usual. One paying way I remember, and I can even remember now the whole kind of situation, say the whole moment, and I was basically sitting there and going through the meeting and going through like, you can eat this, you can eat that, you can eat whatever. And I was kind of just sitting there, and in my mind, in my head, it was, I need something else. This is not
That's five
working
minutes
for
to go,
me.
Carmel.
Thank you. I need something for my head. So came into OA, so desperate, so like, there was nothing else. Got in contact with a number that I'd seen for a local group. Um, and she put me so much at ease. And yeah, that's where I needed to go. So came into the rooms. I had a sponsor, I think after about a week or so. We started kind of the program as in looking at my foods and then looking into step one. Then at the same time, I was coming to early bird meetings, this meeting every morning, and I had spotted somebody, and I was like, yeah, I'd love if she was my sponsor. Just everything about her, just even more so from the screen, the face, whatever. So, I just wasn't feeling too much with my own sponsor. So then, it came to I offered to go to some training, and it happened to be the lady I really kind of said, oh, would do great as my sponsor. So nobody else was there, so it was just myself and herself. So I have loads of questions. Always, I want to do everything now. Anything I do new, want to do it now, the whole lot. Had all the questions, and I had asked her about being my sponsor, and she already had so many sponsors and didn't think so, and the whole lot, but would be there for me to contact, stuff like that. And then we were like, she go talk to her sponsor, God Squad, pray to God. I prayed to my higher power. And when I say I prayed, all day long. I prayed. And so luckily enough, thankful, the following day, got the message from higher power, and she's my sponsor. And when I say I'm blessed, tenfold, me, I'm her, she's me, whatever. Just mind blown. Luckily enough to get to meet her at a retreat I went to, which was just mind blown, learned so much. So coming into OA and the steps. So I remember when we were going through the first few steps, like admitting we were powerless over the food. Lives had become unmanageable. Then step two, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Step three, made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. Them first three steps, as well as the rest, have brought me on to my new life. I've been reborn, basically, is the only way I can say it. And then that came to me,
1 minute ago, Carmel.
thank you, a while ago. And then I noticed that it was in the book. So that was another good thing. And I'm just going to try and share and talk at the same time. So basically, I have three photographs I would just like to share. Can you see that okay? Right, so that's a big event for me. It was when I graduated in college with a degree for peer support, right? Big event. That's another big event for me because that was the christening of my first grandchild. Right, so I'm showing you them two pictures. You see the eyes. Eyes, I noticed how dark the eyes are. There was no light. There was
That's
no whatever.
that's just time now, Carmel.
No worries. Just finishing this. Thank you. And there's me about 4 months into OA. And there's the eyes. There's the eyes of a life. Thank you, everyone.